Cornelius was a Roman centurion from Caesarea. A centurion was an officer in the Roman army who was in charge of about 100 soldiers. Cornelius was a good man who helped people and prayed to God, but Cornelius was also a Gentile, a non-Jew. One afternoon, as Cornelius was praying, an angel appeared to him. The angel said, "Send men to Joppa. Bring back a man named Peter who is staying with Simon the tanner." Then the angel said that Peter would have a message for Cornelius. The next day, as Cornelius's men were near Joppa, Peter was praying on the rooftop. He had a vision. In this vision, a large sheet was lowered by its corners from heaven. On the sheet were all kinds of animals, reptiles, and birds. Peter had been taught those animals were unclean. A voice said, "Get up, Peter, kill and eat." Peter was surprised. "Lord," he said, "I have never eaten an unclean animal." The voice told Peter that God had made these animals clean. This happened 3 times, and Peter wondered what it could mean. While Peter was still thinking about his vision, Cornelius's men arrived. The Holy Spirit told Peter, "3 men are looking for you. Have no doubts about going with them. I have sent them." The men explained that Cornelius was a good man who believed in God. Cornelius wanted Peter to come to his house. Cornelius's friends and family were waiting when Peter arrived in Caesarea. Peter said, "You know that Jews like me should not visit Gentiles like you, but God has helped me see that no one is common or unclean. That's why I came. Why did you send for me?" Cornelius explained how the angel told him to send for Peter. Peter was amazed and said, "Now I know that God does not have favorites. He accepts everyone in every nation who believes in him." Peter told how Jesus did good things and healed sick people. He shared how Jesus died on the cross and rose again. Peter said that Jesus commanded the disciples to preach and tell everyone about him. Peter explained that he finally understood the gospel message is for all people. Peter told Cornelius and his household about Jesus, and everyone who heard the message believed in Jesus and was baptized.
Hard-hitting, investigative. You're watching Mooseberry Uncovered.
You're watching the Mooseberry Academy Network. I'm Stephanie, and this is Mooseberry Uncovered. So far, I've heard a lot of talk from Mooseberry students about the Holy Spirit, but all this talk still has me perplexed. That's the genius way of saying confused. I used it to remind you that I'm a genius. They've been telling me that God sent the Holy Spirit, but how? Does God mail them a package and leave it on their front porch? And who exactly can get one of these packages? You can be sure I'm going to find out.
Well, I do love to get packages, but I don't think that's how God sends the Holy Spirit. It's more like the Holy Spirit comes and you can feel his presence.
Like a backpack.
No.
Like the sun.
No.
Like a fire.
What? No.
Well, how are you to feel when the Holy Spirit comes then? Maybe that means the Holy Spirit doesn't still come around.
It does not mean that. The Holy Spirit does still help people today.
Like who?
Anyone.
So all people?
Well, anyone can receive help from the Holy Spirit, but not everyone does. The Holy Spirit is sent to help Christians because one of the jobs of a Christian is to tell others about Jesus and stuff. That's the Holy Spirit's specialty.
The Holy Spirit's specialty, huh? Well, I have a specialty too. Linguine in clam sauce. It's a dish best served hot with garlic bread and a side salad. That specialty doesn't help me here. So, I have another specialty. getting to the bottom of investigations. So rest assured, this isn't over. Join me next week as I dig even deeper. Until then, I'm Stephanie, and you're watching Mooseberry Uncovered. And just let me know if you want my linguine recipe. It's quite good if I do say so myself.
That was another very exciting episode of Mooseberry Uncovered.
I'm just a country kid from Monticello, Mississippi. We have one stoplight and a couple of stop signs. If he can use me, he can use anyone. This summer I was able to live out my Peruvian cowboy dreams. We were able to milk cows and cut fields and work with pigs, anything you could think of. The reason we did all this was to show the people that we love and cared for him, just like Christ does. There was one guy in the fields who said that if we had to come with him twice before he would even listen to any of our stories. So we went with him. And we cut and worked in the fields with him. We were able to share the gospel with him, and he was open to us because we had built a relationship with him.